up, cabin crew? Got a little bit of a spicy edition, spicy meatball edition for you all tonight. Hold on one moment. I will BRB. As I said, a little bit of a spicy meatball edition for you all tonight. After our last stream where we looked at the limited run games edition of Doom and taking the cartridge apart, I realized there's a USB-C port on this cartridge, as well as some other things about it that I thought were interesting to look into. And so I think it's time to take a deeper dive into that as we go. I'm glad we have SMR here, who is a longtime member of the cabin crew, also has a lot of technical knowledge, who might be able to help us out. By the way, I have zero knowledge of anything going on with these cartridges or anything inside of them. And so any insight that you can give would be great. I'm just happy to be able to take these things apart and have a look at them. So let's get started. So this is Doom, released by Limited Run Games for the Super Nintendo, 2025, 2026, sorry. And it is very interesting to me, the fact that they've been able to actually improve the frame rate as well as pack more Doom goodness into the original SNES offering is always interesting to me. And I always like people who do things that are, kind of off the beaten path. So I think this checks all those boxes. So once again, here we are inside of this game. So what I find interesting immediately is obviously they've made a very fancy board here. Of course, we have to put it on the Duke Nukem mouse pad. Would have it no other way, to be honest. And what I noticed here is there's a USB-C interface there. So I think that's interesting. I'd like to explore that today. We have this camera is not so great focusing, but let's see. I don't know if you can see here. Let's use this one. Seems like this camera is probably better. This type of thing. So I'm going to set for a moment. We have looks like a Raspberry Pi. I don't know if you can appreciate what we're seeing here. What do you mean by the extra bus pins, SMR? It's very interesting. We have this is the back. This is the front here. I really have no idea what I'm looking at. But nevertheless, I think this is an interesting piece of history. So, any comments? Looks like we have a Raspberry Pi chip here. Um, so, anyway, let's plug it into USB-C, see what we get. So, let's go back to here. Here. Okay. Why do they include those two connectors? What is the point of that? And then like a like a baboon flying a UFO, I have decided to just plug this thing in and we'll just see what happens to USB-C connection. This is to my computer. So we're going to see if it opens up some sort of files, which it's okay. Okay. So don't see anything necessarily cropping up here. Okay, so let's see. Maybe we have to power this on. See what it does. Plug it in here. The old analog. Finagling in. Sure, we can make this work, right? Some abomination. Yeah, whatever. Okay. We turn it on. So we turn it on. It's firing up. Still not giving us any sort of output. Although game seems to be working fine. So to your point, we're going to take apart two different games today. One, we're going to take apart Doom, which is an FX chip game, as you mentioned. The original Doom here for the NES, Super SNES, Super NES, and then we're going to also take apart Chrono Trigger, which I happen to just replace the battery on that, which is a nice little project. But no files. No new files. Super bummer. Anyone have any ideas what this USB-C port does on the top of this thing? Like to know. Quite curious. Play Nightmare. Ah. What's the best way to get into that USB port? I want to know. I have to know now. So what you're saying is there's more processing power in that FX chip than in the SNES itself, other than some maybe video output features. Nightmare is hard. Nightmare is hard. Should have known. So it says FX3. FX3 is what it allegedly is. Which supposedly they're going to be using this tech for other things. Whatever that is. I mean, at least we have Nightmare, right? And who wouldn't want that? Okay, enough of that. I think we got the flavor. The flavor of Doom. So Stone Monkey, I doubt there is a true FX chip on there since Super FX used the extra bus connectors. Okay, so SMR, to your point, let's do this. Let's take apart an original Super FX chip game and let's see what we find, right? Isn't that the fun here of having this stuff physically? Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so this is all right. Okay, so you're saying SMR doesn't take a heavy lift with basically a birth control or birth pregnancy test to get the power. So this is essentially, and who would have known that Doom runs on everything? So this is original FX chip technology, and then this is, put this one over here. This is the original on the left here, and the new one on the right, and bigger. Yeah, this is very interesting. Okay, the extra connectors. What are you referring to there, SMR? And then I'm going to take apart another SNES game. Check this out. So we're going to have three SNES games running side by side here. Ah, I see. I see. I see. Good job. Literally G. Literally G. Welcome to the video game cabin. This is not our normal content. Yeah, I see what you're saying. So, okay, cool. So this is a, what we have here is a original FX, the new Doom from Limited Run Games on the FX3. And here we have the Super Nintendo release of Chrono Trigger with no FX. And what you're saying, literally gambling. And so what you're saying here is that these extra prongs were a feature on the original FX chips, whereas here we see the original prongs here and then the original prongs here. Very interesting. I am I'm interested. I'm interested. I'm interested. Hmm. Yeah, because you have this here, and then on the back, you don't really have the soldering that you would normally see, like on, for instance, here. I presume the techniques have become more bespoke. And as you can see, my absolutely miserable soldering job here on this thing. But nevertheless, I'm learning how to solder, by the way. Yeah, SMR is he is an oracle, a guru, if you will. A guru, if you will. So here we have this. Like does anybody know what these all these different things do? Like what is actually happening here on this chip? Very curious. Hmm. This is interesting because the soldering here, there's very little soldering on this side as compared to the original NES cartridge chip. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. I mean, they have literally a Raspberry Pi symbol on one of. Hmm. Well, I think this deserves more attention. I think we're gonna have to explore this more. What are these? What do these things do? It's a button. These are buttons. These are buttons. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Now things are getting interesting. These are buttons. Right here, I can physically push these buttons. Like, okay, we got to figure. Okay, there's. All right, we're plugging this back in. What is an RP24 2040? Like, what's going on there? Plug back in. Power. There Interesting. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Wonder if I should take apart this Rumble controller too. I want to know. Want to know. Want to know. So, see. So, looking at our files right now. I'm pushing the buttons. I'm pushing them. Nothing's happening. Here. So these little buttons right here. Okay, so how do I push those buttons to do that type of thing? All right, we're gonna do it. Let's do it. You guys tell me how to get this thing into some sort of programming mode, and we'll get it done. Okay, so by unplug you mean unplug the USB-C? This here? And by losing your game, does that mean like the Doom ROM on here? Is that what you mean? I mean, I would hate to lose my shareware version of Doom. Um, a disaster. Yeah, I'm not sure you can program the cart before it goes away. Ah, so you're saying it's gonna like format it and like prepare it for some sort of interesting. Are you saying I can put Star Fox 2 on here? Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're telling me, SMR? We can just put Star Fox 2 on this thing? Have the Star Fox 2 we've always wanted? Hmm. So many options. I kind of want to know what's going to happen. Hmm. This is tough. So you're saying I shouldn't do it? Saying I shouldn't do it? This is rough. It's a rough decision. A rough decision. Um, I'm thinking we should try it. Okay. Okay. The instructions for the microcontroller we should read. Okay. All right. It sounds prudent. Okay. Like what'll show up? Like what'll like appear? Like on my PC, will I have like a boot menu like you would like a USB drive? Okay. So it's just a Raspberry Pi. Okay. All right. Hmm. Fascinating. Fascinating. I've learned so much tonight. Okay. I don't know. I kind of want to try it. Like I kind of want to do it, but I don't know. I don't. Why are there two buttons on here? Like why are there two buttons? Oh, that's a reset. That reset it. Yep, that's what it did. Yep, that's exactly what happened. Okay. Yep. One of them. This one on the right. This one here did a reset, and this one over here did a reboot. Just like you said. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. I am fascinated by this. Oh, SMR, don't threaten me with a good time, buddy. All right, we're doing it. So unplug it like unplug the USB-C or take the cartridge out. Which one? SMR. Okay, unplug from the console like this, then hold this and plug it in. and it'll show up on the computer. Is that what you're saying? Okay. So boom and boom. Oh, yep, that did it. That did it. All right, here we go. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna share this with you guys. Let's get this to a point where it makes sense. One second. One second. Sorry, give me just 1 second here. Not a big deal. I just gotta keep this. Okay, cool, cool, cool. All right, so you guys can see this. This is what it looks like afterwards. I mean, we're literally gambling with this cartridge right now. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so all right. So what do we see here? What do we see? Let's pull this up. UF2 bootloader version 1.1, model Raspberry Pi RP2350. Yep, just like you said, board ID. That's all we're kind of seeing. We got this. And it takes us some Raspberry Pi documentation. Mm, yeah, I mean, there's not a lot more going on here. Is there a way to drive deeper into this? Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so there's like a utility where you can flash off this. Is that what you're saying? Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, we've come this far. Let's be pioneers in the industry, and we're going to. Okay. Okay. So the UF2 is that the actual like code? Ah, the copy triggers reprogramming. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Okay. So let's see now that we've done this. Let's see if it still works thus far. Let's see if it works thus far. So we've ejected it. And so let's do this here. Stick this in here. Whatever. Mm, okay. Fired right up. Fires right up. Let's see. We can even reset it from here. Boom. Hmm. Okay. Okay. All right. So far, I'm pretty impressed with this thing. I'm glad you guys are on here. You know, it almost makes you wonder, could you drop wads on this thing? You know? Um, it's really interesting. Enter code. This is interesting. No idea what that's about. Yeah, could you imagine if you could copy and paste wads on there? Um, that'd be so wild. Okay. Okay, I see what you're saying. So it's not actually access to the ROM. Like, how do you access the ROM? The circle strafing is so good. Really makes the game. Dude took forever. It'd be awesome if they put Duke Nukem on this. That'd be something. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, I think it's fascinating that they, I think it's super smart of them they did this technology at the time. What a great way to solve a problem, you know? Um, what I'm going to do now is we're going to put this game back together and then game back together. And then, okay. Anything of interest while I have this out and about, we are vivisecting it, um, or we put it back in its carapace. Anything that you guys want to look at, anything that you know about, you want to explore. It's very interested in this thing. So, okay, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put this thing back. Let's see. Where's the Easter egg? I'm curious. Hmm. Very interesting. Okay, well, hopefully the demons and everything stay in there. If not, I guess we got a lot of experience amongst all of us in knocking them back to hell. Um, that is very, very fascinating if they put that Easter egg on there. The portal to hell literally being opened up before our eyes. Who would have known? Who would have known? All right, so that being done, we'll go back to our mundane original Super Nintendo games, of which we have Doom, the FX chip OG version, which apparently I have no idea how to put Super Nintendo games back together, even though we've done this like a million times. There's that, and yeah. Yeah, I'm really gonna try not to open the portal of hell using this unholy technology. Um, but anytime I can find a portal to hell, I will always gladly take a vacation there, apparently. So I'm always open to vacations. Yeah, SMR, if you want to go through about any the chips and what they do, I'd be more than happy to hear. I have no idea what um what these things do. I was actually hoping someone would come on with your knowledge set to talk about this. Um, yeah, like here is an original SNES game, and then the this is the limited runs Doom. So yeah, if you wanted to go through and talk about the chipsets and what they do, it'd be quite interesting. A little tech chat here. Yeah, because I'm still trying to find the Easter egg. I was hoping to find it, but all I see is my in-laws' house. But oh no, that is the portal to hell. Sorry, just joking. My in-laws are wonderful people. They actually really are. Very very blessed. Very blessed. Very blessed. Um, so these through here adjust the voltage. Oh, are these are a bunch of level shifters down here. So these are all our level shifters. Okay, so here, these. Hmm, very interesting. So we have our connector pins, then we have our level shifters. And what's all this? What's all this business over here? Oh yeah, and this nets operate at different voltages. Ah, okay, so that's why we don't see that in something like this. Those are omitted. Okay, okay, and that makes sense why this chip is so much bigger to make room for those. Okay, is that maybe what these are over here? Hmm. Okay. So coming in, these are our power plants. Okay, bottom. So right in here. Okay. Okay. Get better camera up here. It's terrible. Okay. I'm working on getting some better resolution here. Doesn't seem helpful. Let's see. Seem helpful. Not helpful. There. Yeah. Is that better? Helpful. Okay. I'll leave it alone. Shall go to this camera here. Significantly better. All right. And how's that looking? Oh, hey, Retro Dad. We're just tearing down limited run games, Doom for the SNES, and having SMR doing a technical analysis of the chip and its construction compared to other SNES games and Super FX games. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. As far as we know so far, these regulate voltage between the SNES and the chip, and then these over here regulate voltage to specifically to the Raspberry Pi. Oh, good. Oh, it's time for VGC to go to bed. Yep, it's Doom. Ah, I see. A linear voltage regulator. Hmm. Yep, I'm on it. I'm with it. A level shifter. To the very last blockbuster at the end of the earth. Yeah, I went to the last blockbuster, which is called eBay, actually, for that one. I do. I did. I did. I would love to have gone to the very last blockbuster. When was the last time you went to a blockbuster, Retro Dad? And where's that hometown? Oh wow. So that thing is still operating? Okay. Wow. Wow. I would love to go back there. Do they do VHS or DVD or like what's their business model at this point? I guess showing up and having people not be able to get the video games they want, so they end up renting Double Dragon or something, or some Barbie horse game. I remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Oregon. I'll have to put that on my list. Oregon things to do. So, all right, cool. So I think we have analyzed this chip to its fullest. Okay. So you think they do a lot of the add-ons, almost like the movie theater popcorn bucket type deal? Are they doing modern movies or just like old stuff, more nostalgic appeal stuff? Mm. Yeah, I definitely need to get out there. I definitely need to get out there. I had this idea to do like almost like a video game rental series where you have like 48 hours to beat a video game and then just try and beat it. And then if 48 hours are up, then you just can't play it for a week. Like I think that would be a fun like thing to do, you know? Like my son and I started playing Donkey Kong. Look, it seems like so Raspberry Pi Pico, level shifter, an extra voltage regulator, and a custom board that plugs into the SNES. Yeah, it sounds like yeah, so it sounds like it's basically a Raspberry Pi, which is I don't know if that's disappointing or not. I don't know. Seems a little disappointing to me. It's not necessarily a totally custom chip, but what can you do, you know? Kind of nitpicky, I guess. Maybe a little nitpicky. So, have you guys had a chance to play this new Doom on the SNES? It's really great, actually. Okay, so it is pretty custom. See, I don't know what I'm talking about. I probably shouldn't even be talking about these things because I don't know what I'm talking about. Um, but I definitely take your word for it. It looks fancy. There's no doubt about it. Looks fancy to me. Everything about it. Yeah, gotta dig up the SNES mouse. You're right. You're right. I think literally gambling. I think you said that you just got this. Um, I will tell you the Rumble controller is actually worth it. Um, I I thought it was a total gimmick, to be honest. And I'm just such a Doom fanboy that I just had to have it, which I'm sure you're probably not far off, to be honest. Um, but yeah, the Rumble controller is so good. It's so good. Um, I really think limited run games did a really great job with this. I've been unhappy with some of their items, but I've been mostly happy. Mostly happy. I got to tell you though, I am really upset about Little Samson that they're doing. I'm just going to throw it out there. Um, I don't understand why they're not doing a full cartridge release of Little Samson. Uh, I don't understand. Like, it looks like they're just making the ROM available essentially. Um, I just I think it defies their mission to not reproduce a cartridge, especially a game it's that rare. And I mean, I have one, and so I don't how do I want to say, like, I don't care about the value. I just don't understand why they they don't reproduce cartridge because I would love to be able to just buy a normally priced cartridge of it. Anyway, that's just me. But what do you think about that? It's annoying to me, but that's a different topic. So, all right, cabin crew. Well, I think this has been super fun. Little tear down of the cartridge. We got SMR's expertise. We got literally gambling's insights. We got Retro Dad Rocks running in. We got some good blockbuster conversation. And I think it's been a bang up stream. Been a bang up stream. You guys want to talk about anything else? Otherwise, I might cut it for the evening. Go to bed. You know how it goes. So, all right, everyone. Well, it's been awesome, and take care.